Happy Mother's Day, everyone. Today, let's talk about matrescence. Matrescence is actually a term used to understand the rite of passage of a woman to motherhood. Most of us, all of us know about adolescence, the stage that leads a child to an adult. That is that messy phase where you have all this hormonal surge and all the problems and your rebelliousness and all that. And the world understands that, hey, a child has to go through that messy stage to become an adult. So it is that rite of passage for that child to be an adult, and the world understands that, right? They'll give that child that space to take care of that situation. Everybody is so understanding. But when it comes to matrescence, it's not the same. When a woman becomes a mother, that is a permanent evolution. It's not a phase that is there and it goes away. No, it's not like that. It's a permanent evolution of herself to that motherhood. So she's not the same person anymore. Just like a child, when it becomes an adult, can come back to become a child, a woman, once she becomes a mother, she can come back to not being a mother. So it changes her. She changes physiologically, physically, emotionally, and psychologically. Most people don't understand that. Even mothers, even somebody who's becoming a mother, they don't understand this term. So it's so confusing for them. They feel the joy of having that baby, holding that baby in their hand, in their arms, and taking care of the baby. So the joy of having your baby, making that human out of you, that's pure joy, pure bliss. But at the same time, this mother is going through grief of losing herself, right? So it's very confusing. It's splitting for her. I have joy, but why am I feeling grief? And people understand that to a certain extent. They understand the effort of labor or operation, surgery she has to go through to bring the baby to this world. So they will encourage her to take some rest, and this is a phase you're going through. You will change and you'll gain your strength and things like that. Encourage, giving her good advice like sleep when the baby is sleeping. This is a phase, everybody has gone through this. You will get to enjoy this. This is a very enlightening, joyful experience. But the mother is feeling that, I don't feel that, right? I feel the joy of having my baby, but I'm really grieving here. I have a lot of sadness and I don't understand. So she's trying to make sense of it. She's saying that, oh, maybe this is my hormones, or maybe I am different, right? So it's very possible that she's undergoing confusion and she's feeling the guilt and shame of not feeling just joy, right? So that's why we all have to understand this term matrescence. When a woman becomes a mother, she started making decisions based on fear instead of freedom. Prior to becoming a mother, she was living her life with freedom. She can come and go as she likes. She wants to sleep, she's sleeping. She wants to eat, she's sleeping, she's eating. Whatever she wants to do, she can do. And she doesn't have a lot of guilt around it for doing what she wants to do. And also her body. She can use her body. If she wants to move her body, she can move it. Or she wants to dance, or she want to, whatever she want to do, any kind of exercise or take a shower. So she has full control over herself, and that makes her very confident. But once the baby is here, she's thinking about the baby every other minute. Okay, if I go do something, what's happening? What's going to happen to my baby? On top of that, the societal conditioning and judgment that she has heard and she has experienced, so she's really worrying about that. She's concerned about what other people are going to say about this, right? So that's why she shift from making freedom based decisions to fear based decisions. And also she feels that I have no control over me, whatever in my world. I really don't have a lot of control over my situation, and she's feeling powerless. So when you listen to what I explained to you, feeling powerless and making fear-based decisions, when I say fear-based decisions, making decisions based on consequences. Right? That's what fear-based decisions are. So she's acting just like a child at that point, right? When you're a child and things are happening in your life, you really don't have a lot of control over the things that's happening to you. So all you can do is to stay there and endure that experience. So a newborn mother has become like that. That's what she's doing. So if she has experienced any kind of childhood trauma, this motherhood experience will trigger her childhood trauma experience. So these terms are mentioned as postpartum depression or postpartum blues. But since I'm in this mental health field, when I talk to many of my clients who are new mothers, they don't really meet the criterion for clinical depression. So that's why we have this term postpartum blues, mild depression, or not meeting criteria for depression. But in actuality, what happens is she actually moved from her regular self to another phase, that is motherhood. So that is the term called matrescence. So what happens here is she feels like nobody understands me. I'm not getting that validation from people around me, right? They are minimizing what I'm going through. Also, some people are empathic. They're empathic toward her. They understand her, but mostly that's cognitive empathy. When we talk about empathy, there's two kinds of empathy. The first one is emotional empathy, and second one is cognitive empathy. Emotional empathy is I'm feeling the exact feelings you are going through. When a mother is really emotional, she's sad, sitting with her and understanding that, sharing with her that experience. I understand you, and that's normal. I'm here for you, right? And let her be in her sadness. That is emotional empathy. But cognitive empathy is when somebody is on problem solving mode. Like, okay, you have this problem, I'm taking care of that. You know what, you are tired, so you just take a shower, I'm taking care of the baby. But the emotional empathy piece is also there. Most mothers, sometimes they don't need you to fix her problem. She wants you to understand her, right? That's why she can get a lot of problem solving or help from people, husband and family and all that. What is missing is emotional empathy part. So that's what her experience of matrescence. So when you have cognitive empathy and emotional empathy toward a person, that's when you are emotionally attuning with that person. A new mother needs emotional attunement from her support, her family, friends, and her partner, and everything. Also, if you haven't experienced that passage, the rite of passage to motherhood, in a way that others validated that for you, you will struggle to give that to your child. Or even if you tried to give that to your child, if you did not have that experience, your child did not feel that. She feels that no, I can't do that. I had to bounce right back to my regular self once the baby is there. I have to look like how I was. I had to work like how I was. I have to do everything like how I was prior to my baby is born. Also, when she bounced back, she's praised for that, right? Or other people who has bounced back and they're going to work and take care of the baby, they're exercising, getting their body back and all that. So they're being praised. So that's what a new mother is seeing and hearing. So she feels the need to do that exact same thing. So how you can deal with matrescence in a productive way that is helpful for the mother, and understanding that keeping the mother healthy in a good mental state is the best thing you can do for the baby, right? Every time you think about the baby, think about the mother. You have to make sure the mother is in a better mental state to provide the care and nurturing to the baby. So how you can do that to a mother is by emotionally tuning with her, understanding her, right? Giving her time and space and not criticizing her, being compassionate. The person who coined the term of matrescence is called Dana Raphael, and also two other people I want to mention. The first one is Lucy Jones. She's actually, I think she's a journalist, and she also wrote a book on matrescence. So the third person is Alexandra Sachs. She's a psychologist, and she talks a lot about matrescence. So let me know, how do you feel about this topic? Um, Also, have you ever experienced confusion and splitting, the joy and grief when you became a mother? Or have you seen anybody going through that? Please let me know. I'm interested in knowing about your experience. Thank you, and I'll see you soon.